My dear students, welcome to Brainoscientia, your own classroom. Today I am going to start a topic from class 12 in continuation of the previous classes from the chapter that is Organism and Population. Okay. Today's topic is Aquatic Biome. Okay, in the previous class I have discussed about various biomes or major biomes of India. In this class I will discuss about only specifically the aquatic biome. The first thing we need to know what exactly aquatic biome is. So aquatic biome comprises of, that is, it comprises of 2/3 portion of the Earth's surface. Okay, it comprises of 2/3 portion of the Earth's surface, that is from ocean to pond. Okay, it ranges from a large variety of biome, that is from ocean to pond. I discuss more elaborately, that is ocean, you see, ocean, then we have river, then we have pond or lakes, wetlands, and then marshes. That means it is a very huge biome. So that is why I have discussed it separately. Okay. So, and each of this region, each of this biome varies differently depending on the water salinity, that the fresh water, and different types of animals residing there, different types of plants residing there. Based on that, the biome is generated. Okay. So this aquatic biome are broadly classified into 4 major groups. Aquatic biome is broadly classified into 4 major groups. First one is marine or ocean biome. Number 2 is river biome. Okay, river or stream biomes. Then third number, lakes, that is lakes or you see pond or wetland biome, and fourth is marshes. Okay, these are the 4 major groups by which aquatic biome is grouped. So first we will discuss marine biome, then river biome, then wetland, that is lakes or pond or wetland, and last one is marshes biome. Okay. So let's start with marine or ocean biome. So before I start the marine or ocean biome, we need to know the different region of ocean floor. That is very much important. Otherwise, we will not be able to understand very easily the biome present in that region. Okay. So first we need to know the different ranges of ocean biome. Okay. Let me draw it first. The ocean. Suppose this is a region that is called continents. You see continent. Suppose this is a shore region, this is a house. Okay. So this is the continent. Then there is a large deepening of the floor. On this area, this range is called the continental shelf. This range is called the continental shelf. Then there is a edge and there is a slope, direct slope. Okay, this direct slope. This first one is called the continental rise. Sorry, or not continental rise. This is continental edge. Okay. Then there is a slope. This region is called the continental slope. This is called the continental slope. Then there is a rise. Okay. Then there is a plain. I will discuss why there is a sudden rise. So this region is called the continental rise. Okay. And this followed by maybe Ganaus or Gayos or another thing. But now there is a, maybe it may happen or maybe somewhere else. So this is, there is a deep trench. There is a deeper region of the earth. You know, there is a Mariana branch. This Mariana Trench is the deepest part of the earth crust, that is called Gulf Trench, Trench. Okay. Then it is followed by a plain region. Okay. Then there is also a up region. Okay. Then there is also a up region. This plain region is called abyssal plain. Abyssal, abyssal plain. And there is a little bit upward region. This region is called the Guyos. Guyos. Okay. Then there is again a plain. Then there is again a type of mountain, or you can say there is a islands formation takes place. This is called the ridges. Ridges. Okay. Then there is again a abyssal plain. In this is the structure of the ocean floor. This is the structure of the ocean floor, and different region we will see different types of biome exist. In different region we will see different types of biome exist in the next part of the class. Okay. So let's see why this type of structures are formed. So there is a little bit slope in this region. Okay, and you see this region. There are some zone also we will discuss in the next part of the class. There is a slope. And why there is a rise, I will tell you here. Because there is a sudden slope, na. As a result, deposit, that is sand and other deposit reside there. As a result, there is a formation of sudden rise. So that is, it's got the name continental rise. Then there is a strength, because our earth is formed from tectonic plates. If there is a movement of this tectonic plates, this leads to the formation of sudden depth region because of tectonic movements. There is a sudden deep region, and this got the name trench because of this tectonic movements. Sometimes there is also formation a little bit upper region. This is called Guyos, and then is followed by a huge ridge, because it is again formation because of this tectonic movement, because of this plate separation and lava, molten lava, magma that come out. As a result, their formation, the structure of a mountain. When this very hot molten lava magma come out and they come in contact with the cold seawater, they solidify and form the ridges. And this is again abyssal plain. So this is the structure of ocean floor. Now we move to study the different biomes exist there. Okay. I move to the coastal part. Okay. I'm not erasing the full picture because it will problematic one. So you see the coastal part, that is coastal biome first. Then we move to ocean biome, coastal biome. The coastal biome is mainly divided into three parts. It is called littoral zone, then it is followed by intertidal zone, not followed by, that is, this is the second zone. Okay, or another zone is neritic zone. So first one is littoral zone. Then you see, we will study what is littoral zone first. This continental shelf, it is little bit plain, not slope there, not very much slopey there, little bit plain area, and the floor of this region is considered as this littoral zone, where productivity is very high. Various type of algae or so you can say planktons start there, and this region is rich in producers, and this is called the productive zone of the ocean. Then intertidal zone, that means intertidal zone is that portion of the ocean where tide may come and go, that is between the tides, high tides and low tides, high tides and low tides. Okay, this region is considered as that is intertidal zone, and this region is mainly grows different types of plants and some burrowing animals. Plants are there, small plants are there, the burrowing animals beside there. Okay, some crabs are there, some snails are there. In this region it is found, that is intertidal zone. And this is the neritic zone. Neritic zone is comprises of this region where the most of the waves are there. Where the most of the waves is at it range from this region to the continental edge. So in this zone, that is this from here to here, that is from the continental shelf, this is the most productive zone of the ocean, and you see this is the most productive biome of the zone. And because here various type of planktons are there, various type of zooplanktons are there, various type of fishes are there. Okay, this is considered as the productive zone of the ocean. The next part of the ocean zone is the ocean biome. The next part of the ocean biome is the open ocean, main region of the ocean. That is, it ranges from this continental shelf. After continental shelf, you will see the open ocean. Okay, this is the open ocean. Okay, and we will study the different types of biome exist there. Okay, earlier we have studied the biome that exists in the continental shelf and that region. Now I move to study the different types of biome that is present in the continental, not continental, that is present in the open sea. So, on the basis of light penetration to this region, on the basis of sunlight penetration to this region is classified into three zones. One is called, first one, euphotic zone, or it is also called the aquatic zone. Okay, another is the dysphotic zone. It's called the dysphotic zone. Okay, and last one is called the last one is called the abyssal zone. A-B-Y-S-S-L, abyssal zone. Okay, or you can say benthic zone also. B-E-N-T-H-I-C, benthic zone. Okay. Now I study each of these. Euphotic zone is that range of the sea where the light penetrates. It is that range or that zone of the ocean where light penetrates. Because where light penetrates in this region, various type of planktons will be there, various type of zooplanktons will be there, phytoplanktons will be there, as well as there are large number of producers, fishes are there. See, there are the plankton, there will be large number of fishes. Okay, in this region, large number of fishes residing, as well as producers as well as consumers reside there. This is the most productive zone in the open sea. This is the most productive zone in the open sea. Then it is followed by dysphotic zone, where light penetration is not maximum. In euphotic zone or photic zone, light penetration is maximum. But in dysphotic zone, light penetration is not very much, it is limited. As a result, producers are less there in this region. Producers are less there. Okay, producers are less, as well as the consumers are also there. But if you see the bottom of the ocean, this region or this abyssal plain, that is next zone, that is abyssal zone, here light did not penetrate. Light did not able to penetrate. Light not be able to penetrate. As a result, producers are not existent in the abyssal plain in this region, that is in the ocean floor. Since light did not enter there, light did not penetrate there, as a result, the producers are less there, whereas the consumers are maximum there. Scavengers also there, scavengers are also there, or consumers are present in this region. Okay, so production is less in the abyssal plain. So these are the different regions or different biomes present in the oceanic type, or estuary biome or estuaries. Estuary biome. Okay, very important. Okay, this biome is highly productive. This biome is highly productive. Suppose this is a sea, very large sea or ocean. Okay, but there is a minor gap through which water enters, and a big water body is there. So you see, that means in this region, this contains of fresh water, and this is marine water. Okay, saline water also. So there is a mixing of saline water with the, so that is saline water enters to this region, the fresh water, and there is a mixing of fresh water with the saline water, fresh water plus saline water. And this is a very good environment for different types of fishes. For fisheries, fish culture is a very good. This is also called the brackish water. Various types of fishes are found in this region. The renowned estuary in India is Chilika Lake, Chili, Chilika. Okay, this is the renowned Indian, and that is the estuary, and it's found in Odisha, Odisha. This is the largest that is estuary in India, and estuary also found when river enters to the, suppose this is a river flowing and it just enter to the sea, and this region estuary is also found, where intermixing of water takes place. Fresh water mixed with the ocean water, and ocean water mixed with the fresh water. So this region, both fresh water as well as ocean water is found. As a result, this is the formation of estuary. So this is a very productive biome. Okay, this is a very productive biome, and it comes under the ocean biome. That is why. Now I move to the river biome. Okay, now I move to the river biome. Very interesting one. Estuary biome or estuaries. Estuary biome. Okay, very important. Okay, this biome is highly productive. This biome is highly productive. Suppose this is a sea, very large sea or ocean. Okay, but there is a minor gap through which water enters, and a big water body is there. So you see, that means in this region, this contains of fresh water, and this is marine water. Okay, saline water also. So there is a mixing of saline water with the, so that is saline water enters to this region, the fresh water, and there is a mixing of fresh water with the saline water, fresh water plus saline water. And this is a very good environment for different types of fishes. For fisheries, fish culture is a very good. This is also called the brackish water. Various types of fishes are found in this region. The renowned estuary in India is Chilika Lake, Chilika. Okay, this is the renowned Indian, and that is the estuary, and it's found in Odisha, Odisha. This is the largest that is estuary in India, and estuary also found when river enters to the, suppose this is a river Suppose this is a river flowing and it just enter to the sea. And this region, estuary is also formed, where intermixing of water takes place. Fresh water mixed with the ocean water and ocean water mixed with the fresh water. So this region, both fresh water and well as ocean water is found. As a result, this is the formation of estuary. So this is a very productive biome. Okay, this is a very productive biome, and it comes under